nothing else matters. My feet in the stirrups, I'm so happy. There's nothing like the sound of Carolina hoofbeats.
Hi, we're here this afternoon at the inaugural event of I Am Heard. So you're probably wondering, what is I Am Heard? Well, let's ask the expert, Mary Miller Jordan.
Well, I Am Heard is all about giving others the confidence to hear their own heart. We all have that little inner voice inside, and this is about letting that shine and living life from the inside out.
Okay, so what are people going to see today at your demonstration?
We have some wonderful performances with the Mustangs, as well as some guest performers as well. And all of our performances are designed around having a message. My daughter is going to perform with her pony, and that message is about living your inner child. You know,
Right.
being brave enough to live the life that you dreamed of before anybody told you that it was crazy and that you couldn't do it. And we've got multiple other performances as well, all with a message, all to inspire, entertain, but mostly give you the confidence to reach down within yourself and let your light shine.
Well, the inner child thing is such a good point, because so many people get so wrapped up in busy day-to-day things that they forget to enjoy simple things and be a kid again.
We all do, and that's the most important thing that we need in our lives, is to take that time to find ourselves, because otherwise we're living our entire life based on somebody else's expectations of us.
Absolutely.
And every one of us are just human bodies. Nobody has it figured out anymore than anybody else.
Right.
So I would much rather go within and live my life from the inside out than worried about what the rest of the world thinks and trying to do whatever they think I should do with my life. And I want to give other people the confidence to do the same.
Okay, and then after Philly K's performance, what can we expect next?
We have two guest entertainers and performers, Teresa and her Mustang Rune, as well as Lauren and her Mustang Gringo.
Right.
Teresa's performance is about really focusing on getting your emotional self right and letting the physical follow. You know, our physical body really mirrors who we are inside emotionally. Her horse had a lot of physical issues when she got him, and through her relationship building with him, she's really been able to heal him from the inside out. But it came from their relationship and their energy and their emotions.
Right.
Lauren's performance is beautiful, and she has a Mustang that in the beginning bit her hand, and she wasn't even really sure about how this relationship was going to develop. And you know, through her thinking about different ways, there's always more than one way to ask the same question, you know, she now has a beautiful relationship. Sometimes things go wrong in life to enable things to go right, and she's a beautiful representation of that. My Mustang message is going to be about what I visualized as a child. I always dreamed of horses. I rode horses in my mind for a long time before I rode them on their back, and it's going to be about bringing that vision into reality. Because really what it all comes down to is that inner voice that we play in our minds. That is the voice that dictates our future. And many of us allow a negative voice to dominate our inner thoughts, and then it ends up dominating your outer life. So this is about tuning in to that inner voice, that positive inner voice, and living from the inside out.
So just like teaching these horses and developing the relationship with them, you have to learn how to have a relationship with yourself.
Most definitely.
And have patience to give yourself time to figure all these things out and act on them.
Most definitely, yeah.
Very nice. Well, I'm excited to see the performance. Can you introduce us to the gang back here?
Yes, we have Magic. We have Miss Magic right here. Magic. Magic. This is Magic. She is from Oregon, and she is one of the stars of the show. She is absolutely phenomenal. We also have Flying Colors, Sueño on the other side, and Silver Lining over here getting a good drink of water before we start. They are all Mustangs that actually adopted and competed in the Extreme Mustang Makeover. So I'm very thankful to that program for really opening up my heart and mind to these amazing horses.
And Silver has a little more history than, she was your first one, wasn't she?
No, Lindsay's Face was actually my first, and she's not here with us today, but she is on a huge green pasture at home where she loves to be, and she's a forever horse with us. Every Mustang I've gentled, we've kept as a forever companion. But Silver Lining is the one that I did the tackless performance on in 2012, and really was probably the first time that my dreams really truly moved into this dimension, and it was surreal, and everything that's come to follow has been a result of that, I feel like.
Now, I Am Heard is much more than this performance today. So tell us a little bit about your goals for the future with this.
Yeah, I Am Heard is much beyond putting on a show. You know, we're really about going to the grassroots level, reaching out to people. Many times we go to the backyard of public schools, and I string up a little white fence, that just a little skinny line, and put the Mustangs in it, and we do performances for the kids there. So, you know, this is about really reaching people where they're at and picking them up out of that and helping them to know that they deserve to be heard. They deserve to hear their own heart. I Am Heard is not just about being heard by others. If you feel led to be, then it is. But really what it's about is you hearing your own heart. That's what I Am Heard means, is you hearing your own heart. And the herd is all of us. We're all a family unit doing this together.
Okay, so the Mustangs are really just kind of metaphorically used in your performance about people in our lives and our everyday lives.
They are used as a metaphor, but it really this could not be for me without them.
Right.
Because for me, and as you'll see in the Mustang message today, they are where my confidence has come from. I mean, even before I could do some of the things I've been able to do with them, I was doing them in my mind, nobody knew it, and I was riding horses in circles around the people that I was terrified of.
Right.
And I could feel myself just do this in spirit. And that's really what it's about, is finding what it is that helps you swell up in spirit and become confident in yourself, and owning that, even if it's not in your reality yet. You own it long enough, it comes into your reality.
And how can people get involved with I Am Heard? How can they reach you to come and speak, or to help you financially?
We would love to. We would love support. We would love invitations. If you want us to come to your community, there's no place too small, no place too big. We are open to it. I Am H-E-R-D. Herd of Mustangs, but herd.com, and you can find more information about us.
Okay, very good. Thank you.
This is Paul Dunn from Mule City Feeds. We've been delivering horse feed to Eastern North Carolina since 1981. And not only have we been delivering it, we've been leading the industry so far as compliance with state North Carolina and giving the best quality product possible. We test everything that comes in from the local farmers. We do quality assurance, and we deliver the product. Give us a chance. Your neighbors giving us a chance. We'd like to have your business here at Mule City Feeds. Also, when you deal with the big feed companies, you might have to wait 4 or 5 days just to get the feed. Give us a call and you'll be shocked we'll deliver in an hour.
Come ride with us on November 21st at Barn Hill Dairy in Greenville, North Carolina for the first annual North Carolina Horse Council's trail ride. The ride begins at 10 a.m. on Saturday, but it is a weekend of fun. We have a fun show on Friday night, the trail ride on Saturday, and during the day on Saturday we have the North Carolina Horse Council Trail Challenge finale, as well as the Miss Southern Horse Festival and Junior Miss Southern Horse Festival pageants. Afterwards we will enjoy dinner, a bluegrass band, and a DJ to dance the night away. For more information, go to the North Carolina Horse Council Facebook page.
I Am Heard. The name I Am Heard comes from, first, the word I am, the two words I am. And, you know, it's a powerful, powerful statement, I am. And I certainly am not the one that came up with that statement. It's in the Bible, it's in pretty much every type of spirituality. Any method to spirituality that you're going to find talks about I am. And really what it's about is, it's about what your inner voice is telling you that you are. We all have inner voices. And if you think that you're the only one that has an inner voice that likes to run its mouth and be kind of hateful at times, then I promise you, the person sitting beside you or in front of you or behind you, they've got an inner voice like that too. The power in I am is to start owning that inner voice. Instead of being just submissive to it and letting it run our lives and just believing it because it says something hateful to you, the power in I am is to own the positive voice. It's to own that God presence that's within every single one of us. So that is the basis of I am. Heard, if any of you that have noticed the spelling, it is typically, of course, spelled H-E-A-R-D, if you have heard something. We spell it H-E-R-D because for me, these Mustangs, this family of people, we are a herd. We're a unit. And I could not be me and do what I feel like I'm led to do in this life if it was not for this entire herd. And that is definitely all these furry four-legged you see, but it's also my husband, my two daughters, my wonderful parents that have come, and the extended family, and beyond that extended family to all of you. I have sisters that are in this audience right now, Aunt Frances and Aunt Kim, that I love dearly. Powerful, powerful women over there. So this is about relationships. Herd is about our unified unit. We are all in this together. None of you are in this alone, even if you feel like you are. But being heard, I am, so I'm owning this. I am heard. I'm owning this family unit, this family of all of us together. I'm also owning what I'm listening to, okay? Now, you might first think I am heard means that I want you all to hear me. Well, I do, but that's not what I want you to hear me because of what my heart is telling me. What I want you to take home is, I want you to think of I am heard being, I want you to hear your own heart. So, I am heard is about you hearing your own heart. And the messages that you're going to see today are meant to inspire you to look inward, okay? Look inward and live your life from your inside out rather than the outside in. That's a big, big deal. Our first performer that I would like to introduce you to, Philly K. Jordan, you're welcome to come on in the arena. You can come in with her daddy. This is my daughter, Philly K. Jordan, my oldest daughter, and her pony Squirt. Now, not music yet, Lori, thanks. Now, Philly K. has designed this routine herself, and she's going to perform it to the song, This Little Light of Mine. It's a really special version. There's a few different versions out there. This one, I actually got permission from a church in Texas to use this version. It's their youth choir singing it, and it is beautiful. The lyrics are a little different than the one you may remember, and the lyrics are included in your programs, so I welcome you to look at those. They're very, very, very special lyrics and really hold the message of today. And what I want you to recognize with her is, this child is going to let her light shine, okay? She represents your inner light. That light, that dream that you had before anybody told you that you couldn't do it, before anybody told you that you shouldn't dream that dream, before anybody tried to box you in. That's what she's going to represent, okay? She's going to come out here and she's just going to let her light shine, and that's enough. Her light shining from the inside out is more than enough. This little light of mine, come on guys, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. All right, same chorus again, faster this time. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Light that shines is the light of love, hides the darkness from above. Shines on me and it shines on you, shows you what the power of love can do. Shine my light both bright and clear, shine my light both far and near. In every dark corner that I find, gonna let my little light shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Woohoo, Philly K! Woo! Now, that is shining. Very good job, Philly K. That was beautiful.
If you're interested in a career working with horses, then Martin Community College is the place for you. MCC's Equine Technology program is the only one offered among North Carolina's 58 community colleges. The program is management-oriented with classes in breeding, nutrition, training, riding, equine health, and more. Graduates can leave MCC prepared to work in recreational and racing barns, breed to discipline-oriented farms, or assistant farm management. For more information, contact Martin Community College today.
Hi, my name is Teresa, and this is my horse Rune, all the way from Nevada, the Rocky Hills BLM herd. One of the only things that we read to keep up with what's going on in the Southeast is Carolina Hoofbeats, serving the Southeast for over 4 years. He loves it, I love it, I hope you love it. So check it out at carolinahoofbeats.com.
Our next performance here, I'm gonna slide on the other side of this white fence, Magic. Our next performance is really special. This is Teresa Lee and Rune. Teresa got this horse only a year ago, okay? And she was on a mission to find her perfect partner. What she did not know was her perfect partner was looking for her as well. She went to a very well-known clinician's farm in Texas and basically looked at a lineup of horses that they had for sale, okay? And there were a lot of nice ones there. And this horse picked her out. You can see in the program what he did, but he tried to step on her foot. He picked her out and demanded that she take him home with her. And when she got him home, she realized that he was packed with stomach ulcers. I mean packed. He was in horrible physical condition. And it was completely a result of him being in such horrible emotional condition, okay? She took him home and she developed a relationship with this horse. She took her time to really form a bond with him, build his confidence in himself and in her. And now he is physically healthy because he is very physically content with his life. would have never happened had they not built that relationship and taken the time to focus on each other and slow down. And how cool is this? This is just so cool to me.
You've worked hard and carefully planned your career. You've built your business. Shouldn't your farm's appearance reflect who you are, your success? Like a timeless work of art to be your legacy, handed down through your generations. Let T&T Lawn Care design, install, and maintain a landscape to reflect who you've become. With our uncompromising attention to detail, we deliver high value in a competitive market. Call T&T Lawn Care today, 336-574-0410.
My name is Lauren Cepeda. This year's Gringo the Mustang. I can't wait to read my next issue of Southeast Equine magazine. It covers 7 states and always brings you the latest information on dressage to trail riding. You can pick it up at your local feed or tack store, or you can visit southeastequine.net.
This next performance, I'm going to tell you while they're setting up. This is Lauren and Gringo. Lauren is a good friend of mine, and she started developing a relationship with this Mustang a few years ago. Now this horse, there's more information in your program, but this Mustang that you're getting ready to see, he was previously adopted by another family, and they just really had a hard time getting him confident. He was still very fearful, unpredictable, kind of still like a wild horse. Lauren thought outside of the box, and it led her to completely positive reinforcement clicker training. And what you're going to see in her performance has been performed for multiple TV shows. She's gone to many festivals and done this in front of large crowds. The relationship that they have, you can't even see their cues hardly. But the reason for that is entirely because of the fact that he bit her hand in the beginning, and she had to think about new ways to ask the same question. Things went wrong to create the space for things to go right. And you're going to get to see how it's gone right. But don't you forget that it went wrong in the beginning and that she didn't give up. She kept trying new things until she reached what you're going to see today. Look what you guys have seen today. The relationships you've seen everyone have with these horses, that is a result of them owning their light. We wouldn't have been able to share in that if it wasn't for them. Special, special. So what we're going to do is what I call a visualization freestyle, okay? And what it's going to be, I'm going to ride one of the Mustangs, and you know that experience I told you about where I rode my horse in my mind and I felt my spirit grow. Well, only a couple years ago as an adult, I had a huge performance coming up. Happened to be the performance Kim was telling you about. It was with the Mustang right there that is the closest one to you guys with the light muzzle. His name's Silver Lining, and he was 100 days from the wild, and in this performance, I wanted to ride him without any tack on him at all. No bridle, no saddle, nothing. He was wild 3 months ago, and I knew we could do it. We'd been practicing it, but we were about to do it underneath over 1,000 people screaming as we galloped around the arena, right? I was a little bit scared, just a little bit. But I knew we were meant to do this. I knew that I needed to do it in order to be seen and be heard. And I asked God. I actually wrote a letter. I wrote an email to God and sent it to myself because I wanted to be able to have it later. And I said, I need help. I need help to do this. And what I got back is what the song you're going to hear was inspired by part of these words. But what I heard from God was, dream your dreams. They're my dreams too. Those dreams in your heart, I put them in you. And when I start a dream, I always follow through. So know in your heart, your dreams are going to come true. That was my response to I need help, okay? So I took it. I took my help, and I'm telling you, I have never felt so many angels around me as I did in that ride that night. I know what angels feel like now because of that ride. I had been riding that ride my entire life. Ever since I was born, I had been riding that ride in my mind. And it happened in my reality. And that is where I Am Heard was born. But the herd had been placed in my heart long ago, before I ever even was on this earth.